Who do I have hiding under here? I think it's someone that we tried to talk to on Friday.
Who had super internet.
Diane is now sitting on her router uncomfortably.
Literally.
Literally. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Coral. It's great to see you.
So happy that you could do this. Yay, everyone's so curious. Who's Diane? So, who is Diane? Tell us about yourself.
I know. It all started. I'm a television producer primarily based in Brooklyn, New York, and I've been doing production in some form or another for maybe 2 decades now, for a really long time.
No big deal.
And TV.
That's so great, and it's very curious to do TV. It feels really hard. It feels very, like we were just talking about, intimidating when you're not, from a space where you are like, I don't know, the daughter of some Ron Howard or something. What's it like for you as a creator in that space? And 2 decades, I mean, it's changed a lot. I'm sure it's very interesting right now. So what are your thoughts on everything? You have 3 minutes.
On
everything. No, just kidding.
Don't do it. No.
No, this is a positive show.
I know. No, you're right. It's challenging. It's really hard. I started my career working for big networks, so I've always been very fortunate in that way. Like I worked for HBO for a very long time, for PBS public television here in New York, MTV, NBC. So the early years of my career was spent working on shows and working for great, and I always had really great jobs. And then, I don't know why, but maybe like 15 years ago, I decided I'm going to do my own thing and I'm going to start my own production company. And it's
Good
actually been, and it's not easy, but it's been 15 years. And I think one of the beauties of working as a producer in New York, as opposed to other places, and I'm saying in a very general way, but you are very diverse here in terms of the kind of work that you do. LA, for a really long time, you were either a TV producer or a film producer. If you were a TV producer, you were either fiction or nonfiction. And just, as technology has emerged, those walls, are sort of breaking down. But I feel like you've always sort of had the opportunity, because we do so many different types of programming here. You could be a doc producer, you could work in news, you could work in nonfiction, you can sort of skip around. So I've done lots and lots of different things, and I feel really fortunate, because I've had that opportunity. So most recently, I've been pretty focused on scripted television. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. What are you working on? Are you allowed to tell me?
Well, for the last 10 years, I've been working with a novelist, very popular novelist named Walter Mosley. He's most known for noir, detective fiction. He wrote, his first book was called Devil in a Blue Dress, and it was adapted film with Denzel Washington and Don Cheadle many years ago. And that was his first book. He's since written almost 60 books. And so we partnered a while ago to develop his work for film and television. And most recently, I started working with Forrest Whitaker and his producing partner, Nina Yang Bon Jovi. They have a new television deal at Amazon. So I'm on board to help them sort of ramp things up on the TV. And they've been super successful as independent producers in the feature world. So now they're getting into TV. So
Diane, that's amazing. I talked to you for like half an hour. You didn't even brag about any of that. What is wrong with you?
I know. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Those all sound like such cool projects. Oh my God. I want to watch all of them. That sounds so great.
It's good, but it's very difficult. It's really hard to explain how television works, because it truly changes every day. Like there's a system that's in place, and lots of people have been really successful in that system, but it's definitely hard to penetrate. And you mentioned something when you and I were chatting that you have to be like a rich person to kind of do this work, or really connected, or really crazy, or all of the above. But, you know, it's true. It's really being an independent television producer in the scripted world almost doesn't exist. Like most people that do what I do work for a network or a studio or a production company. It's not an easy thing to be what we call a non-writing producer in the world. It's challenging, but there are a few of us that figure out, ways into that space.
That's so interesting. I have like 5,000 more questions for you, but I can't because it's time. It's time.
A series. It takes like a year to sort of figure out how this all works here, and to try to explain it, the whole other thing.
Okay, well, we might have to hit you up for that because I think it is something that we're all looking into as independent filmmakers as well. How, if I have this idea, this book, this IP, something I've optioned someone I'm working with, how do we get it out there into the US? So I feel like we might get some comments on this. So we might have to come back to you another time.
I'm happy to explain it all for sure.
Oh, Diane, it's so nice to see you. I love this excuse to just talk to pals all around.
I'm so happy you're doing this, and I'm sure it's been super helpful to anybody who watches you, and you've been so successful at what you're doing, and I think it's beautiful that you're sharing it.
Oh, Diane. Hit up Diane in her DMs for daily affirmation. I'm going to every day now. Diane's like, why did I ever do this? Oh my God. I'll share her private phone number with everyone. No, just kidding.
Please do.
All right, I'm putting up this graphic and saying goodbye to you, but I'll secretly come talk to you after. Bye, Diane. Thank you so much.
Thank you.